We get used to coming to Tottenham games. There's always a huge contingent of Korean supporters. But today, I'm going to boldly predict that we're going to set a new record for the most number of half-and-half scarves, because the whole attraction of Tottenham against Wolves, of Son against Hwang has really captured the imagination. And Rachel Hur has joined me, who writes for Sport Dong-a in Korea. I mean, this is a huge game in Korea.
Yes, definitely is most anticipated game usually. We call it the Korean derby, when the two Korean players play against each other in the Premier League. So everyone's waiting for this match. They've been asking the whole week if Hwang is going to be fit for this game, but definitely there's a lot of people back at home watching the game. It's going to be midnight when it starts, but they won't be sleeping. And obviously coming to the ground, there's usually a lot of Korean support in this stadium, but today there's going to be extra more, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty in the Wolves end as well.
Yeah, both players are in the goals this season, and there's only ever been once before that Son and Hwang have both started a Premier League game against each other. And as you say, there's a bit of a doubt, because Son gave us a bit of team news about Wolves, didn't he? He said he was talking to Hwang and he wasn't 100% if he was going to be fit.
Yeah, we managed to speak to Son to preview this game a few days ago, just 2 days ago, and he kind of told us he spoke to Hwang. He couldn't get too much out of him, but he wasn't 100% sure himself if he's going to start, but I just heard that he is in the squad. So whether or not he starts, I'm not sure, but the Korean fans in here will be definitely looking forward to both players on the pitch sometime.
Yeah, Hwang is in the stadium. We're waiting to see the official name, Matchday 22, but he is here for Wolves. So, I mean, it'll make it a nice narrative if both players are involved. Now, Rachel, this is coming off the back of the Asian Cup, which didn't go so well for Korea. They get to the semi-final, but expectations were to do much better than that. Jurgen Klinsmann's got the sack. What's the mood now?
It's been very bad at the leading up to the Asian Cup. The press wasn't that good on Jurgen Klinsmann. There was a lot of pressure on him. During the Asian Cup, I think there was a lot of hope for this team, because we call it the golden generation. Not just Son, but Hwang is in his prime. We've got Lee Kang-in at PSG, who's really emerging. We've got a solid defense with Kim Min-jae at Bayern. So I think the nation thought this was the squad if we're going to win this trophy, which we haven't done in 64 years. So this is the one trophy that Son was desperate for as well, as captain. But it looks like it was his last Asian Cup, probably. He hasn't said.
Right.
But there was a lot of disappointment that we got to the semi-finals. But even up to the semi-finals, the performances weren't as good as the nation wanted, really, especially after the good performances in the World Cup. So it's not nice to see any manager lose their jobs, really. We wish him the best, but probably not the right match.
We are used in Europe, maybe coming off the back of a Euros or a World Cup that doesn't go well. The players get to chill out for a few weeks before they're back in the spotlight. How do you think Son and Hwang will react to immediately being back in action for their clubs?
Yeah, that was the worry. I mean, I asked about Son's fatigue to Ange Postecoglou, and obviously there was a bit of fatigue after the Asian Cup, but Hwang obviously had an injury during the Asian Cup, so he missed this last game, so we're not sure about today. Son looks like he's fit. But it's been very difficult for them. But I think after the World Cup we had in December last year, 2 years ago, so they were kind of used to that, so they went straight back in, and I'm sure Hwang is going to push to be fit for this game.
All right, we're very much looking forward to it. And an interesting stat is that Son has never scored against Wolves, and they are the Premier League team he's played the most number of games against without finding the back of the net. So the stage is set for him if he's ever going to do it. This is the day with all of Korea looking on.
That's why we pay you the big bucks, Connor, for stats like that. Brilliant. Thank you very much to Connor and Rachel Hur.